Hey, I'm Angela Sharp, and it is, of course, a daily mix time. I hope you had a great week and a great weekend. I actually got to enjoy the weather with my father. You guys know I love taking out my Firebird and driving around town. We got to hit up Route 66. So this is this really awesome restored gas station that looks like it did back in the day, and it's actually open for people just to like walk on in there and take a look around. We were kind of out a little bit, maybe 2 hours into Illinois, and then we took all of Route 66 home, but I love jumping out. I mean, I may have almost died taking this photo of my car and the historic Route 66 on the road, but it was totally worth it because how cool is that shot? And there's just all sorts of things to see. So obviously at some point in time, I'm going to do all of Route 66. But right now, I've been taking turns on the weekends, going out and doing kind of the local areas. So I've been having a ton of fun with that. You guys, I am very excited about today's guest on the show. So first of all, let me explain this to you. For like 2 or 3 years, all my Air Church friends have been telling me I had to check out this guy, Michael B. Whit, because he was from my town of St. Louis, and I had to have him on the show. Well, I reached out to him this past week, and he agreed to come on. But not only is that cool, when he agreed to come on today, he walked in with a surprise guest for me, which is Joe Capo Kent, formerly of the Track Boys. So we've got an awesome Grammy-nominated producer and a really great up-and-coming country artist in our studio. You guys have to stay tuned while we talk about that. But I'm going to tell you about some awesome events coming on too. So let's get started for the Daily Mix. Have you heard? A new edition of Monopoly is in the works, and it's all about St. Louis. Mr. Monopoly came to town to share the exciting news. Top Trumps USA is creating the special edition, which will replace the famous Atlantic City Squares from Boardwalk to Park Place with St. Louis businesses, nonprofits, and landmarks. So which place do you think should be included? Top Trumps wants to hear from you to ensure the board captures the essence of St. Louis. They're taking public submissions and business inquiries for who should be part of the board game for life. Now, I think this is so fun. What do you think should be on there? Obviously, you have to have the arch, you have to have the muni, but what else? Like, should Ted Drewes be on there? I feel like it should. Now, ideas can be sent to st.lewis@toptrumps.com through April 1st. Get those submissions in. Production of the Rep's 57th season debuts this week. August Osage County is a Pulitzer Prize and Tony Award-winning family drama that is both heartfelt and heart-wrenching. A pill-popping mother, a father, and 3 daughters with secrets of their own are called back to the family home in Oklahoma, where tensions rise and we learn what it takes to keep a family together. August Osage County runs March 19th through April 7th at the Loretta Hilton Center. For tickets and more information, visit repstl.org. And the new Jewish Theater is kicking off its 26th season this week with All My Sons by Arthur Miller. The Tony Award-winning play is a moving tale set in the wake of World War II that questions right and wrong and tests the bounds of family. With difficult themes of war and the challenges veterans face when returning home, the new Jewish Theater is partnering with the Veterans Community Project for an exclusive post-show discussion following the March 31st matinee show. All My Sons takes the stage at Wool Studio Theater March 21st through April 7th. You can find tickets and learn more at newjewishtheater.org. The Always Late TV Movie Awards returns this weekend. Films from around the U.S. and abroad have been submitted for this year's festival. Screenings of the films will take place this Saturday from 9 to 10, and there will also be an improv comedy workshop held from 3 to 5. The award presentation and red carpet experience will be held on Sunday. after a performance by the Steve Ewing Band. Admission to the film festival and parking is free all weekend, so something fun for you to do. It all takes place at Lewis and Clark Community College in Godfrey. It's March 23rd and 24th. Check out alwayslatetv.com for all the details. The St. Louis area Diaper Bank will host its 4th annual Bloody Mary Brunch this weekend. The event is for those 21 and older who will feature a Muddy Blary and mimosa bar, plus a light lunch. Now, this is a very interesting fundraiser. This is a fundraiser for the Diaper Bank's Period Supply Program, which helps nearly 35,000 girls and women each year. Attendees can help prepare period supply kits for local school partners and learn about the agency's efforts and end period poverty in St. Louis. There will also be a glitterati photo station and raffles. The Bloody Mary Brunch will take place Sunday, March 4th at the St. Louis area Diaper Bank headquarters. Go to stldiaperbank.org to learn more. All right, you guys know I love this. More than 100 area high school performers competed in this year's St. Louis Teen Talent Competition. The judges have narrowed down the field to 14 acts. Like, these are the top 14, right? And they're set to take the stage this weekend for the final round. The talented teens will be competing for scholarship, prizes, and performance opportunities with nearly $50,000 in cash and prizes going to the top acts. Now, of course, the Fox Performing Arts Charitable Foundation puts on this incredible show for the finals, giving the teens a chance to perform on the stage at the fabulous Fox Theater, which is what I think is the coolest part of this. Even if you don't win anything at all, you get to perform on the stage. I think that would just be worth it in the end. Now, if you guys want to be a chance to be a part of the audience, they're going to give you a free ticket. How cool is that? The finals are going to be held Sunday, March 24th at 6 p.m. at the Fox. You can get your free tickets through MetroTix or at the Fox box office. You can find all the details at stlteentalent.org. And good luck to all those awesome performers that are going to be taking the stage. Can you believe it has been 40 years since the Ghostbusters came on the scene? That's right. They have a latest installment, which opens up this weekend, and every ghost they've ever caught is about to be unleashed. Ghostbusters, new and old, will have to be saved the world from the second ice age. I don't really understand, but I need you to take a look at this because it looks like it's going to be an awesome movie. Take a look. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
I've been waiting 40 years for this.
They called themselves Ghostbusters. According to these hacks, they saved the world. No eyewitnesses. And who is found to carry the torch? Descendants of Egon Spengler. You have a miner hanging out the side of a moving vehicle, firing a laser gun indiscriminately.
Has a proton pack.
It's completely safe.
I wouldn't say completely safe.
The Ghostbusters are finished.
Right, well, overruled.
Sustained.
Thank you.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
What is it?
Better question is, what's inside of it?
The parables tell of an unimaginable evil commanding an army of ghosts. With the power to kill by fear itself.
Like, literally scared to death?
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
Can I be of any help? Melnitz in uniform. Yeah.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, what are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're the Ghostbusters. Can I tell you something else? What? Buster makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. Yeah.
Doesn't that look like a fun one? So the Ghostbusters are coming back. That one looks like it actually will be good. But by the magic of television, I'm now joined by my guest. Thank you guys for being here.
Honor and pleasure to be here.
We're gonna go through step by step first, because Michael B. Whit, like I mentioned at the top of the show, people have been telling me about you for at least 2-3 years, but you've been local to my area, and it wasn't until now that I got you on the show.
One of the country's best kept secrets, baby.
That's
right
what
here.
I'm telling you. Okay, I love it. And when we talk about being country, that is something you are, right?
Yeah.
Like down
Through and through.
through and through.
Through and through. Through and through.
Which I love. Now, you kind of threw me for a little bit because you walked in with a secondary guest here. so Joe, Capo, Kent, I mean, you probably didn't need an introduction, but I had to do some research on you. Yeah. So formerly with the Track Boys,
yes.
Grammy-nominated producer.
3 times.
3 times Grammy-nominated.
I'm not really a bragger, but sometimes you have to let them know.
This is the time.
Right. Yeah, 3-time Grammy-nominated producer.
So what's some things that you've produced that we might know about?
Most recent, as far as major, Drake. I produced a song called After Dark on his Scorpion album, which did billions of streams.
Yeah.
Nelly, Saint Lunatics, Angie Stone, 112.
And you're a local boy.
Yeah. Born and raised St. Louis.
Okay, so now we need to go back here to Michael. Michael, country artist.
Yeah.
How did we become friends, this friendship?
How did we become brothers?
How did we become brothers?
I met him when I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
My sister introduced me. They were actually pitching me to actually join the Track Boys earlier on in my career. Yeah. And from then, he and I just kind of hit it off, and we started this, I won't say brotherhood.
Yeah.
And he took me under his wing and showed me a lot of the ropes of the music industry. And that's the reason why I'm here today doing what I'm doing.
I love that. Now, when you listed off your accomplishments, you did really list off a whole bunch of country artists.
Yeah.
So was it kind of a new experience, or were you already familiar with this world?
Well, I'm familiar with it because I listen to everything you could think of. And I'm the type of producer, I don't have to have had experience in doing it before, but I can capture the essence of any genre.
Music, the lifeblood.
Yeah.
It's in them.
Yeah,
It's just in the blood.
Yeah.
So you can gravitate to any genre. So, and with my versatility and his versatility, it just works out.
Yeah.
So.
Now, we all know that people in the music world have to work hard year after year after year after year. How long have you been grinding at this?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, since 14.
Since you were 14?
Since before 14. I come from a very musical family. Grew up in the church, so I obviously grew up singing and playing in church since I was, 5 years old, or as long as I can remember. They were putting me up on the stage to sing or play something, and that was just always my passion. So I've been practicing and playing my craft. Like, a funny story is I would get instruments for Christmas as opposed to like toys.
Right.
And so before I knew it, I would just be playing, and that was me kind of cultivating what I had inside of me. And before you knew it, by the age of 14, I was good enough to be presented to big producers like Joe Capo and some others. So
that's got to be a huge connection that you were able to make at such a young age of 14. Because you've done, like you said, some work with some huge artists.
Exactly. And it was kind of in the big stage of my career also. But I just saw something in him, and he was just such a good kid, just a good kid. And you don't really find that a lot.
And you said he's real.
Yeah.
You said Michael is real. So when he's out there singing country, kind of country songs and country tunes, that's not a gimmick. That is really who he is.
Yeah, he's a real country boy.
Yes.
So farm, horses, all of it. He's a real country boy.
Guilty.
Guilty. Very guilty. We've been showing some photos of you performing. Where are some awesome places you perform? Because some of these huge crowds you've got in front of you.
What more awesome place than here at home? I got a chance to do the VP Fair, which I grew up as a kid going to, and never thought I'd be on a stage at the VP Fair performing. So that was kind of mind blowing for me to get the call to do that.
That was like a full circle moment.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Shucks. NASCAR.
That was big.
The first year that it actually came to St. Louis.
St. Louis, you were over there at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Yep. And most recently, I was able to go to Leicestershire England, UK.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
You went to England to do this. This is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
First
you've
time
been
there.
grinding away. You get to perform when you're on stage, taking it all in. What is that like when you look out at that huge sea of people watching you?
It's breathtaking. It's the proof, it's the evidence that I am where I'm supposed to be. It's like all those dreams that I had as a little kid, it's like they're finally starting to develop into what I saw back then. So it's like, okay, this is what the faith was all about. This is why I was standing there grinding while people were playing.
For sure.
This is what it was for. So I see it happening. And like I said, I've been just kind of keeping it low key and being grassroots and kind of staying low with it because that's
you are
really
an independent
important.
artist.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so that's important. And you know what? I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you the same question. When you got nominated for your first Grammy, was that kind of like I'm super good at this?
That was I'm super good at this, but the moment that I realized, I had a dream like years ago, and I was in Detroit, and I was on stage, backstage with Eminem, D12, and 50 Cent was there, and that dream, I realized that was the moment that I dreamed about years ago.
Right.
Yeah, so it was that moment that was like, wow, this really did happen for me. I'm not really the kind of person that brags on what I've done. I'm looking for what's next. And it's the love of it for me, not accolades.
Not the accolades. Well, you know, I can attest to that because when you came in, you had to tell me about him. Because I was like, okay, who's your buddy that you brought with you? Right. Like, oh, I had to tell
Slid
you.
on right on in there. You don't know who he is.
Yeah, but and then he's got all these accolades to his name, but it's for the love of it.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Now, Michael, I'm gonna give you the hard question, all right? Because I would be remiss not to do this. Obviously, country music has had some awesomely, wonderfully successful African American artists, but it's been known to be not the easiest road for African Americans. So why country music, and why is this important for you to do this genre?
Well, country music, for me, like I said, it's in the lifeblood. And I believe country music in itself is one of the truest art forms that still connects the American life to God, love, the love of family, and the love of country. And anytime there's a genre that connects with that, it's good with me. Yeah. So that was one of the things, and I got a chance to be able to tell stories, whether or not they were stories that were actually happening to me or stories that were happening to people around me, but it was a good opportunity to tell those stories. So I love a good story, and country music is about, three chords of truth and storytelling.
And it's all, it's the home of the singer-songwriter, so
Absolutely.
you're doing both, right? Singing and songwriting.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So that's super important. But let's talk about, you've got a Cardinal song that's going to come out here, which I heard the full version of before we came out here, and it's amazing. There's a lot of name drops of some of the awesome Cardinals of the past, and it's so catchy. So tell us about it.
A lot of good nuggets in there. I had been just kind of ruminating on doing a Cardinal song for the past 3 years. And, I just traveling, you hear so many people from different teams in different cities kind of ragging on us as of late because we haven't seen the best years as of late.
True.
But, I just feel like, hey, don't forget, we're a dynasty now. Don't wake up the sleeping giant. And so what I saw over the past few years is when the St. Louis Blues, they were kind of rallying up around music. They were rallying up around the song Gloria.
Gloria, yeah.
So I said, what if we had something? Music is just, for most people, music is the thing that drives you. It helps you with your getting to work. It helps you with leaving. It helps you when you're dealing with depression. It helps you get excited. It helps motivate you in the gym. Right. So music is really, it's a soundtrack to your life. So my thought was, how about if we use music as a vehicle to rally our boys to another Red October? Yeah. And so I gave this guy a call, and I said, I got an idea. This is what I want to do. I gave him a list of things that I wanted it to sound like, and within 5 minutes, he sent me a voice note like, this is a great idea. I got the idea. Here we go.
I got it. You're in.
I got it, yeah.
So you were instantly in on the ideas.
Yeah. And I just took a moment, and I call it downloads.
Okay.
So I just waited for the download, and when I got it, I called him. These Redbird. And it was over.
And it was over. You guys had it.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. We are going to be playing part of that underneath the credits when we're done here with this interview,
nice.
so everybody can hear that.
Nice. Yeah.
But when does that come out?
It comes out March 25th. You can pre-save it now. St. Louis, it's your song. I'm just the one singing it.
Yes.
So yeah. So
Well, we got to figure out a way to
exciting.
get you down there at Busch Stadium with the song, I feel like. So
Let's do it.
that's next on our list.
Let's do it.
Well, you have an album also coming up.
Yeah, before September. It's an EP, actually, that's
Okay.
dedicated to my sister. Lost my sister in 2018 in September. So it'll be a collection of songs that'll kind of just be in her honor. And it'll kind of give people like a backdoors kind of look into my life and kind of give you some songs to help me deal with, the dark places that I went into from losing my sister.
that's
and also
huge.
some of the fun stuff too, and just kind of giving the story of my triumph and how I got through some of those things. So I'm excited that the EP will be dropping this summer. People have been waiting for it, but I've been putting it on pause just because we're traveling and playing music everywhere. So, but now we got some time. It's time now to go ahead and release it.
It's time, and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of great songs on there for people maybe dealing with their own sadness from losing a brother or
therapy.
sister or
It's
whatever. Yeah,
therapeutic, yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely.
And you've got a couple of things coming up here at Westport.
Yeah.
So tell me about
I'm
those.
excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I will be actually releasing some of the songs or kind of giving people a sneak peek, an early sneak peek, more so like a listening party like they used to do back in the days, where you get to listen to some of the songs that we'll be releasing on the EP that no one has heard, but I've been kind of cultivating for the past few years. And on the second night, it's a 2-night show, kind of like a reservation.
Okay.
I'll be doing some of my favorite Garth Brooks songs. So I just wanted to let that out. So if there's any Garth Brooks fans out there.
There's a lot of Garth Brooks fans out there. So let's talk about those. First on Friday the 19th, that's when you're going to be doing that listening sneak peek.
Yep, originals for the EP.
So that's going to be exciting. And then the next night is going to be like a Garth Brooks
mix, yep.
Mix with
Yep.
which is so cool to hear about. I feel like everybody loves Garth Brooks, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in country music loves Garth
No,
Brooks.
not just in country music.
Everybody everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everybody.
Believe it or not, yes, across every community, Garth
Good
is
song is a
accepted.
good song.
If it's a good song, it's a good song no matter what the genre.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Well, I feel like we need to tell people, first of all, if somebody's listening, they're young, they're super young, maybe they want to be a producer. What would you tell them?
Put your hands on everything you can. Ego last, and just work.
Ego last is probably the most important part of that, right?
Yeah, ego last. Because it's funny, some people, they can have a smallest amount of success and they just change.
Right.
But anybody that has known me as long as he has will tell you, regardless of where I was in my career, I'm always the same person. And I think that's important.
That's very
important. And I believe that regardless of how big Mike gets, he'll always be that same person with a good heart and humility. So that's what it's about. Yeah.
And what about you? Somebody like 14 might be watching right now and they're like, oh, wait, I want to do that. What would you tell them?
Be humble, do the work, really grind, learn the craft, perfect the craft, and give back. And let your light shine.
Let your light shine.
Let your light shine. That's what I would tell them.
Well, let's tell everybody how they can follow along with both of you guys. So let's start with you, Joe,
You
first.
can follow me on IG, Joe Capo Kent, and on Facebook at J.O. Capo Kent.
That's right there on your screen, so you can check out Joe Capo Kent. Follow along with your journey, even though you probably aren't bragging much on that either. So,
Well, I am showing a lot of good music that I'm doing with independent artists in St. Louis. I love working with independents and up and coming, and it's just beautiful. It's more of a pure thing, because there's, like I said, there's not all that ego and
right, there's not all that stuff. So the independent artist is where you're happy right now.
Yeah.
We got to talk to you, Michael B. Whit. Where can people follow along with you? I know you've got everything, so tell me.
I'm everywhere, but y'all know I stay a little low key, so I need y'all help to come on over to my Instagrams at michaelb.whit. You can find me on Facebook at the same tags, Michael B. Whit. TikTok, Michael B. Whit.
You do a lot on TikTok with a lot of the add the verse or fill in the verse kind of deal.
I'm not on there dancing yet, but I think I will be soon.
Oh, we can do a little line dance, right?
Yeah, we have a record that's coming out. Definitely is a line dancer.
There's a line dancer. Let's tell everybody where they can check out that album when it drops and, of course, this Cardinal song.
The album will be dropping on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, it'll be available. The EP will be available everywhere, and this Cardinal song is going to also be on Apple Music, on my website at www.michaelbwhit.com, and just everywhere you listen to music.
Everywhere you listen to it. Like I said, we're going to play that at the credits, but let me remind you that if you follow both of these guys, make sure you follow us at Facebook, X. We're everywhere, too. You can always drop us a line at stltv.net because we want to hear from you. But we've got the Cardinal song. What is it called?
Red October.
Red October, and you're going to know why when you hear it. It is super catchy. Thank you guys both for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
And here during these credits, you're going to hear Michael B. Whit and Red October.
Yes, sir.
They say, Wayno, pool house, let's go. Yo, we got all these teams trying to play us left around here. We ain't right. Let's go! Well, in my city, we don't care about your name. Since the times of the Gas House Gang, 10+ World Series, Redbird spirit flying all over the USA. Oh, you don't like us? Okay, business as usual. The man's in the stand, so the feeling is mutual. Going Gibson to Ozzie and Yachty. When you're talking baseball, we're the soul of the party.